Okay, right now we are going to go over the solutions for the 9 equations for our quiz this week. So the first one I'm going to look at, and I'm going to draw my vertical line, and then I'm going to notice that I have a constant, a variable, and a constant. So I'm going to subtract my constant from the left side, subtract it from the right side. I would get a negative 5r. Make sure that you don't forget about that negative sign. Is equal to 15 minus 10 is 5. And then I have a negative 5r equals 5, divide by a negative 5, divide by a negative 5, and you get r is equal to a negative 1. And I'm going to highlight my solution so that when you come in tomorrow, you can see it. The next one we have is 13 minus 6m equals negative 23. Pretty similar to the first one. So I'm going to subtract my 13 from the left side, subtract my 13 from the right side. Well, the middle of my equation, I always want to draw that line. A negative 23 minus 13, they're both negative, so the answer is going to be a bigger negative. And 3 plus 3 is 6, 2 plus 1 is 3. So I get a negative 6m is equal to negative 36. Divide by negative 6, divide by negative 6. And you get m is equal to a positive 6. My third equation, again, looks pretty similar. So I'm going to add 2 here. I'm going to add 2 to the negative 38 because they are like terms. We have to do the inverse operation. These cancel. You're left with negative 38 plus 2. They're different signs. So negative 38 plus 2 would be a negative 36 is equal to a negative 3b. Divide by a negative 3. And you get b is equal to positive 12. Okay. The next 3 that I'm looking at, well, at least the next one, is a little bit different. I see that I have 2 terms on the left, 2 terms on the right. Neither of them are like terms. So let's move our variables first. I have a negative 6, I have a 6x here and a 7x there. I always want to move the smallest one. So subtract 6x, subtract 6x. You get a 2 is equal to 7x minus 6x is x minus 5. Then I need to isolate my x, so I'm going to add 5 to the left, add 5 to the right, and I get 7 is equal to my x value, and that is my solution. The next one looks similar to the last one. Subtract 7m, subtract 7m. Okay, so I get m plus 3 is equal to 5. Subtract my 3. I get m is equal to 2. Solution. Number 6 looks a little different. We have a set of parentheses, so we need to distribute. So 6 times 2x is 12x. 6 times a positive 1 would be plus 6 equals 18. We're going to isolate our variable by subtracting 6 from both sides. So we get 12x is equal to 12. Divide by 12. X equals 1. Number 7 is similar to number 6. 7 times a negative z would be negative 7z. Plus 7 times 3 would be 21 is equal to a negative 28. So again, we're going to isolate our variable minus 21, minus 21. Negative 21 minus 28 would be a negative 49 is equal to negative 7z. Divide by negative 7. You get z is equal to positive 7. Number 8 are our literal formulas. It says volume is equal to length times width times height. We're going to solve for length. So since these are all multiplying, I'm going to divide by WH, divide by WH. They cancel out. Volume over W, width times height is equal to length. And we're done. And then the last one we have is the perimeter. Perimeter is equal to 2 times the width plus 2 times the length. We're going to solve for L. So I have my L right here. I need to subtract my 2W and subtract my 2W from this side. There's the middle of my equation, sorry. they cancel, and you get P minus 2W is equal to 2L. Now I need to divide by 2. I'm going to divide the whole thing by 2, and I'm going to leave it that way. So P minus 2W over 2 is equal to L. Here's one more solution for that. If you have it, we can go over it, but I'm not going to do that at this point in time. So those are the 9 equations for this week. Those are your solutions. Make sure you know them by Thursday or Friday whenever we're having our quiz. Take care.